What up, your boy T-Chronic back with another episode of the T-Chronicles podcast, and this one is going to be about advice to artists. And I wrote a few bulletin points here. The first one we're going to talk about is recording, how to efficiently lay down your vocals. So sometimes, like specifically speaking with rapping, some songs are a little slower, some are a little faster, and some of the faster rhymes, they just might inevitably take a long time to lay down. You might just have to come back, and finally there'll be that day you're like, that's the take. But I wanted to share a tip that has helped me be able to lay down my vocals and not take too much time. So one time I was, back in 2018, I was recording the song Elevate that was a part of Phoenix Chapter 1, one of my albums. And I was at my friend Joey's house, one of my homies and producers, and we had made this super dope beat, and I went ahead and just started to lay down my vocals on the beat. And there's a part of the song in the first verse where the beat cuts out, right? The line goes, I'm a pedal a bike to higher levels of life like E.T., but homie, I'm TC so freely. And right when I say freely, the beat cuts, and I go, keep so freely, rolling with the light. I was keeping more aura glowing in tune with the universe inside, so I learn and strive. And right when I say the word learn, the beat cuts back in. But there's that little gap, that little acapella flow, and I was struggling so hard to enunciate the words and be on time. You know, even with the click track in my ear, and just struggling to get that line across. And you know, I was going take after take after take and burning myself out. And he had told me, pretend like there's a crowd in front of you. It's like you're overthinking it. You're in your head thinking about every little detail. You know, when you got the headphones on and you're behind the mic, you can kind of get in your mind a little bit sometimes. And he was just like, pretend there's a crowd in front of you. Act like you're on stage performing, and you're just going to spit that shit as natural as you would, if you were in front of a crowd. And just that piece of advice like shifted the paradigm and got me out of my head a little bit. Because here I am just worried about every little, from the way my mouth is moving and saying just too hyper focused on every little detail of how I'm recording versus just naturally just spitting those bars, you know, just attack it just like you would be if you were on stage. That piece of advice helped me a lot, and I carry it with me for every recording session. And especially if you're an artist who's paying for studio time, you want to be able to go in there and knock it out, right? You don't want to have to be in there forever. And so pretend like there is a crowd in front of you. That piece of advice has helped me a lot because it allows you just to be natural and have that natural energy that you would. You're not so focused on the audibility and staying in the pocket. You already got that. Don't question yourself on that. Just naturally let it flow. So that piece of advice has helped me tremendously. And sometimes inevitably might take a while if it's more of a technical rhyme. You know, I've had times where I come back take after take, and so sometimes it does take a while, but just act like there's a crowd in front of you. That has been a huge game changer for me. So that's basically just really what I wanted to say when it comes to recording, specifically rapping or singing, or really any instruments. Just jam that shit. Act like you're just playing like you would if there wasn't a microphone recording it. And it's kind of hard to sometimes to get out of that headspace, but the more you can just imagine. And if you haven't played in front of many crowds, maybe that's not as applicable. But if you haven't played in front of many crowds, then just imagine like you're just playing it like you would if you were sitting at a park with your guitar, or if you were just walking down the street dropping some rhymes. Natural is actual. We're going to go ahead and move along. This next one is about booking your own shows. So you might send out 500 emails and you might get 2 responses, but don't give up. Be relentless. And some of those emails, might not be the best person to contact, and they'll give you this person's number, and it might just send you in a circle. But be relentless and do your best to get a yes or a no. because there might be a venue that was more than willing to book you, but for whatever reason, the email went into the void and you just assumed that they didn't want to book you. So hit them back up. Be relentless, because you'd be surprised on the opportunities that will arise when you have that repetition and just put yourself out there. And you might get no, 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 and then you'll get a yes. And especially when I was booking tours, like I would countlessly send so many emails and call so many different places, and you just have to keep casting it out, because you'll get a date locked in, and then you send like fucking 30 more emails, and then before you know it, you get 2 dates out of that, and then now you got a whole stack of shows lined up. But it just takes to continuously just keep on knocking down doors. Like be relentless and do your best to get a yes or a no. So, and also something that's helped me, it's all about connections too. It really is, like who you know, and building relationships with people. Shout out Out the House and Droops. Like they've given me countless opportunities to perform in some of the biggest venues around San Diego, from Observatory and Music Box. And I got to travel up north one time and open up for Grouch and Eli. And so connections are everything too. You'd be surprised as to what a good relationship and connection could lead to. And also something that this advice was given to me, and I believe the knowledge should be passed forth, is you want a booking agent? Well, the music industry, you got to get creative sometimes. Be your own booking agent. Make your own booking agent name. Have fun with it. Create your own email. That's a whole different name. Be your own booking agent. You'd be surprised too how that looks to venues, and that might get you a lot more responses than it would if you were just to hit them up on your own, because now you have somebody representing you, but it's really you. So that's also a little trick that has helped me a lot, is be your own booking agent. And also that alter ego is they're dealing with the venue. Even though it's you, really, it's them. And you know, you can negotiate on, you know, prices and this and that, you know, all the details and what it takes to line up a tour, book shows. So be your own booking agent. You don't need a booking agent. I mean, I would like one eventually, right? Especially as things get more and more busy, so I don't spread myself too thin. But in the meantime, get creative with it. There's no wrong way to do it. So be your own booking agent. That shit has helped a lot. Somebody gave me that advice. My homie Reed, super cool ass dude. And that has helped me tremendously get into some shows that maybe it wouldn't have been booked if I didn't go about it in that way. Honing your craft. Bulletin number 3. Honing your craft. So I'm going to separate this in a few branches. One of them is taking the time to practice. Whether if you play guitar, take the time to learn music theory, or at least the basic foundation of it. Take the time to practice your scales to the metronome. Take the time to listen to artists that came before you, and how study. Just be a student of the game, and take the time to gain knowledge on those who paved the way before you. It's crucial for artist development and respecting the craft. So take the time, and it does nothing but adds to your growth and knowledge. And it's important, and it's fun to learn. It's fun. You never know what artists you come across and how other artists will introduce you to other artists. It's all a big tree, all a big web, and it's all connected. Do it 'cause you love it. Do it 'cause you love it. Remember why you started playing music, or really whatever it is, whether you're a cook, whether you play soccer, whether you're a painter. Do it 'cause you love it. As soon as you start worrying too much, I mean, of course, like artists want their art to be seen, right? But as soon as you start paying too much attention to streams and likes and things like that. You know, it's really just almost like an ego thing. You just do it because you love it. You know, I love to write rhymes. I love when I think of a sick ass metaphor or a punchline that makes me like stoked. I'll be by myself writing and all of a sudden like, oh my God, I just thought of that. It's do it because you love it. That is the most important thing. And by doing so, you're going to radiate and you'll gravitate the streams and things like that. I've been releasing music since 2017 was my debut album. I started rapping in 8th grade. And, you know, I've put out several albums. And every single time it's just been therapeutic and it's been fun to release the music. And you grow every time. And actually this year is the first year where my music is breaking through. I had songs that I released years ago that sat in the void of Spotify at like 2 streams, and now all of a sudden it's picking up into thousands of streams. And then, you know, older songs that are, you know, like released the song Higher Self, right? And that one has like 11,000 or whatever, and that's a new one. But then all of a sudden, shortly after that, a song I released years ago started picking up momentum. So it's like you never know what's going to break through. But regardless, don't focus too much on that. Remember why you create music. Remember why you're a creator. And do it because you love it. Do it because it's therapeutic. Do it because you enjoy it. And that's enough. That's enough. And that's really what matters, is doing it because you love it. And watch how that will gravitate new opportunities because people see the passion. And that's a high vibe. You know what I'm saying? This is the last bulletin point, dealing with haters. So if you are an artist whose music, like you want your music to get known and you want it to be heard, inevitably you are going to have haters. It would be weird if you didn't. Think about any big artist that you know. It would be weird if there wasn't haters. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. And it's going to force you to have thick skin, and it's very necessary. And that also kind of ties into doing it because you love it. And the more you focus on that, you're not concerned about the bullshit ass things people say. You know, it's good to take critiques from people, but there's people out there that just want to hate. It doesn't even matter how good you could be having the best song that you are so proud of. People are still going to hate it. They're still going to hate it no matter what you do. There's always going to be people saying mean shit, especially on TikTok. Them motherfuckers are ruthless. But, you know, fuck it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? None of that shit matters. And a lot of those motherfuckers are probably lonely, sad, fucking imbeciles who have nothing better to do than be negative as hell. And so it really doesn't matter at all. It's irrelevant as fuck because you could put out the shit. You could put out a song that you are so proud of that is the best thing that you have created, you know, that just makes your soul happy. There's going to be someone out there that's going to want to throw a rock at it. Fuck them. Seriously. Like, and it takes time to develop that thick skin. I remember when I was first releasing music, some of the comments I would see, you know, I got back from surfing one day and I got in my car and saw some comments on one of my videos, and it made me feel like shit. You know, it didn't make me feel good, but fuck them. Those motherfuckers can fuck off far and wide. So remember that. Like, the best way to deal with haters is to not deal with the haters. Because, first off, like, they could not have any skills of any kind and be complacent as hell in life, and they're over there talking shit. Like, don't mind them. So remember that. Next time people are just aimlessly spewing negativity and hatred your way about your art, they can fuck off. So remember that shit. That pretty much ties it up. I just wanted to tap in and let you know a few tips on booking, recording. Remember, be natural. Act like you're on stage in front of a crowd. Make your own booking agent email if you got to. You know, just whatever it takes to make shit happen. Do it because you love it. That's really all that matters. Honing your craft. Take the time to study. Take the time to practice too and develop your flow. And you get more rhythmically inclined and you'd be surprised, like your flow just develops. And I'm saying this particularly with rapping, but really it applies to everything you do. I saw this J. Cole interview, and he was saying like something along the lines of how the best basketball players aren't just on the court dribbling, like they're also in the gym. There's different aspects to growth that all contributes to your path and development. So just remember that to hone your craft and take the time and step back to step ahead. And also with the recording, take a time to take a few minutes. Don't burn yourself out. Take after take after take after take, and then you're just sweating and you're just like getting worked up. Step outside for a second. If you smoking herbs your thing, light a doobie. If you just need a breath, if you need a glass of water, whatever it is, take the time. And then you'd be surprised when you come back behind the mic how quick and how refreshed you feel and how quick you can lay it down. So yeah, it's your boy T-Chronic.